guys, official guy reviews with you back one more time. I'm just gonna bang out these videos because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to make the time in the future. So I just wanted to make sure that I had to sit down with you. I've been talking a lot about the OnePlus series. You guys know you've seen my Note 10 Plus review. That's obviously my daily driver. I use it every single day here. I wanted to have a little discussion here. It's kind of a break away from my typical reviews. I just wanted to have a frank discussion about the OnePlus. Obviously, you guys have been keeping an eye on things. A lot of you have been OnePlus people for a long time. I had the OnePlus 6T. Was my first experience with the OnePlus, and I was absolutely blown away by the device. Oxygen OS, everything about it. I just was so smooth and buttery. The phone was absolutely gorgeous. So when I switched to the Note 10 Plus, I was a little hesitant, but I always switch around Black Friday, and I like to kind of do the keeping up with the Joneses. Obviously, Samsung's known for its gorgeous hardware, so I wanted to take a look at it, and there's never anything more powerful than the Note coming from the Samsung end, at least at that point. So I wanted to take a look at it. I've obviously got it for a few months now. I've had it since last Black Friday 2019. And I've enjoyed it. It's a good phone. It has its moments. I feel like a few more moments than I had on my OnePlus, but that's neither here nor there. The main discussion I wanted to have is I was 100% going to buy the OnePlus. I was going to buy the 8 Pro. I was going to do a review video between the Note 10 Plus and the OnePlus 8 Pro. Here's the issue, and I feel like it's obviously been the sticking point for a lot of people. OnePlus is the flagship killer. Why is it the flagship killer? Because it is a smooth device, it's clean, super fast, and powerful specs for the money. That being said, whether it's 5G or whatever excuse we want to use, I'm in Canada. This thing is like $1,550 for 12 gigs of RAM. I can't possibly justify that. I mean, obviously, I'm not any kind of a big reviewer. It's not something I get sent. It's I take my pride in being someone who is a everyday person who has to pay for my own products. I can't justify spending $1,550 right now for a OnePlus 8 Pro. Even the 8, I'm looking at $1,299. Then you got your taxes. Like, I absolutely can't justify it. I mean, it's a gorgeous phone. It's getting crazy solid reviews. The 120 hertz screen or even the 90 hertz screen is an upgrade from what I'm dealing with right now on the Note. But can I justify that? Like, I mean, the way that I typically upgrade my phones is I keep a phone that's less than a year old and I throw it online. I sell it on Kijiji or online and get best bang for my buck out of it. It's still got decent value, but the thing is, when you're getting these phones that are $1,800, they don't have the resale. You're even seeing the iPhones. Obviously, the new iPhone SE is incredibly cheap for what you get, but even if you look at the 11 Pro Max, the resale values are dropping for Apple compared to what you see. But the Note 10, I mean, I'm getting $800, $900, maybe $1,000, maybe out of this device on a device I just got in the fall, which is fine, but that's not going to buy me the OnePlus. Not only is it not going to buy me the OnePlus, I have an entire purchase of another OnePlus older model on top of the sale price of my Note. This is like insanity. I went to the tip top value-wise, cost-wise for a device in the Note 10 Plus, one of the most expensive outside of like the Fold, and it's gonna resale. I get it. Secondhand resale goes down huge. It's fine, but I've been doing this every single year for 7 or 8 years now, and it's always panned out within a couple $100. If not, sometimes I end up ahead depending on how things look. And OnePlus was the absolute cleanest solution to that. I thought to myself in the fall, look, I'm going to get my Note 10 Plus. I'm hesitant. I'm still super happy with my 6T, and I will just, if I don't love the Note, no problem. OnePlus always has a fair deal. When they put out the 8 and the 8 Pro, I'll look at one of those. I'll pick one of those up by selling my Note, and on I go. I'm out maybe $100 if that, and good to go. At this point, at under $700 for a 7T, if you can get a hold of it, or 7 Pro, you could buy 2 of them and then some for the same. I just can't justify it. I want to know what you guys think down there. Is it worth it in the comments? Do you think OnePlus is gone too far at this point? Like, I mean, we're looking at like a Note 10 Plus price point, and I understand that they're clearly just stepping into flagship territory. They're putting on their big boy pants. They're saying, Samsung, we're going to go mono-y-mono, but the problem is, can they do that? For their base, obviously they've created a loyal base. I mean, I only had one of the devices, and I'm a huge nerd as far as this kind of stuff. and it blew me away. That's why I came crawling back. But for $1,550 plus taxes, I'm pushing to the higher end, rounding to, you know, $1,800 for a device where at this point I'm getting ads because obviously I'm searching for cell phones again, and I'm getting all my pop-up targeted ads for the Note now. And, you know, Samsung's offering it $1,299, $1,249, you know, $1,350. So now a Note 10 Plus with 12 gigs of RAM, I know it doesn't have quite all the bang for your buck that you see in these crazy powerful, the 5G, all that kind of stuff. But with the rollout is, I'm Canadian, outside of maybe Toronto and a few other places, I'm sure 5G will be super delayed. It's not going to be in my town for a little while, at least. Then do I get into fall, and now I've got the next generation of OnePlus. Hopefully the cost of the 5G itself and the chip with the Snapdragon is a little bit cheaper by then. Is this worth it for you? Did you guys get an 8 or 8 Pro? Is it something that's a consideration for you? What do you think? I would love to see you guys' comments down below. And I know this is kind of a stupid rant video, but this is one of the first times in a long time that I'm actually shocked. Apple, I get it. Samsung, we've seen it. We expect it. We're like, yeah, they push themselves as a premium flagship. But is this too soon? Or is this crazy for OnePlus to consider that they're going to jump up? The other side of it too, obviously through the States, it's possible to get through carriers. We don't have any options like that in Canada. So are they alienating themselves from certain places because you can't get the assistance if you are the one who's putting up the money? Obviously, the carriers will subsidize somewhat through if you have that, but we don't have that option here. I mean, if it would be a consideration for me, but even then, now we're looking at a crazy cost added onto a monthly plan for a device that people don't value as much if they don't understand. When I went to sell my OnePlus after my 1 year, I had to sell it for a bit less than I would have sold a similar Samsung or Apple product, especially for, and it's just as powerful as the Samsungs out there. I enjoyed it more than a lot of the Samsungs I'd previously had, and I had to sell it for less because it doesn't have the name. People don't recognize it. People see the Note name, they know the Note, they know it's powerful and reliable. They don't know OnePlus near as well. And this could just be a Canadian thing. I don't know. I'm just speaking from my experience in reselling phones so many times in a row for so many years. It just doesn't stack up. So that being said, am I going to spend $1,550 plus your taxes to get it to me just so that I can resell it when I do want to upgrade in a year, if that, for $600 or $500 or whatever I have to sell it for to get somebody to buy it who's actually enjoying OnePlus? It's really tough. I don't know if I can justify it. I don't know what you guys think. I would like to see in the comments. Can you justify 1,500 plus? I know stateside, obviously you guys are looking cheaper prices, but even still, your flagship territory. It's insane. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I appreciate you guys dropping by again. And I know, I'm sorry it's a rant video and it's not my typical review. There's no review going up here. I just wanted to get a little bit of a conversation going. It's kind of sticking in my jaw, and I wanted to talk about it because I was so excited for this launch. I had to sign up for the newsletter. I was watching all the notes coming through and the leaks and seeing all the leaks. It was gorgeous. I get that they're stepping up. I get there's a 120 hertz screen on the Pro and a 90 hertz on, but OnePlus made their name on being an affordable flagship killer. Did they make a mistake by making this jump and say, you know what, we're going up to $1,550? I get an increase in price, but that much? That's crazy, isn't it? Am I crazy? I don't know. Comment down below. Thanks for dropping by, guys. I appreciate it. I will try and avoid too many of these rant conversations. I just feel like it had to be said. I'm super upset that I don't get to go for the OnePlus. Again, I don't get handed these review products. I'm just a little nobody guy who likes to talk about nothing on my YouTube channel. But I do appreciate you stopping by, and thank you so much. As far as it goes, I can't justify it as a Joe every day, especially with all this crazy virus stuff going on. And, you know, everybody's income's a question mark. Where are we going to end up? What is this going to lead to? And then $1,550. Like, it just absolutely makes no sense to me. Thank you again, guys, for dropping by. Sorry for ranting so long. Appreciate it. Talk soon.